Today I'm going to show you guys how to make a really simple scraper using Python. Or Python. If you gain something from this, let me know. Let me know if you want more of these types of tutorials. There will be more in the cool stuff with Python playlist that will be on my channel. So appreciate it. If you subscribe, give me one of those likes that I hear so much about, and enjoy. Alrighty, so we've fired up our machine. In this case, we're using a Linux machine, but you can really do this with any OS, doesn't really matter. And the site that we're going to use as an example to scrape is a site called hackthisite.org. It's an intentionally made site to be hacked, so we don't have to worry about breaking any terms of service or anything like that. So fire up our VS Code or your preferred code editor, create a new folder. We're just going to call this simple scrape, open up a terminal, and we're going to set up our virtual environment inside. We're going to activate our environment. And then the first thing we're going to install is the requests library. We're then going to install the BeautifulSoup library, which is going to make web scraping super easy. Once that's done, we're going to create our actual file that's going to be the script. We're going to call it example.py. Import the request library. We're going to also import BS4 from BeautifulSoup. We're now going to create a variable called URL, which is going to be a string, and we're going to use the website that we are looking to grab information from as the target. So we'll put that in quotation marks. Let's make an initial web request. And we can check if that request was successful by checking the HTTP status code. I've just realized an error in the importing, and that's why I wasn't able to get it working. It should be from BS4 import BeautifulSoup. We can delete that one from the top. And we can run it in our command line to see that we get an OK, which means the response status code was 200, therefore we made a connection. Okay, so let's get into the actual scraping now. We can remove the print OK. Just above it, we'll create a list that's going to hold the results. So we'll just call it results list there. And in our if statement, we're going to say soup equals BeautifulSoup. That's a BeautifulSoup. Open response.content, and we're using the HTML parser. And you should be able to test that by doing print soup and running the script, and we should see an output of all the HTML of the page, which we do in our console. Let's focus on just extracting specific HTML elements from the results that we are looking for. This might be a phone number or a name or whatever it might be, something from that web page. And this is going to show how easy it is to use the BeautifulSoup library to grab data. So for this example, I'll jump out of this. We're going to grab I want this word here. I want challenges. That's what I want to grab, and I want to output that word into the console here. So there's many ways you can do it, and it really depends on how the website is built. If the website has multiple classes all uniquely named, it can be as easy as literally just grabbing the class name and throwing that into your code, and it will output it. One of the other ways to do it, which in this case we will, because this website's not really well, I guess, structured, is using the CSS selector. And you can do that by grabbing the area you want to extract, right click and clicking inspect. And you can see here the way that this website is set up like, you know, the classes are reused very often. They don't have IDs, so there's not like a unique ID that we can necessarily grab just for that word challenges. Some websites you will find they do have that, but in this case we're just going to hover over the H4 class header challenges, right click, copy, and we're going to copy the CSS selector. Back in our code, we're going to call it let's call it our target element equals soup select one, and then we're going to just paste the element that was copied. Now that's going to extract the actual target element. So if we put in print target element, we should expect to actually get the print of this whole line. So H4 class equals header challenges H4. Let's test it out. And we get that. The next part is we want to make sure we're just extracting the text and not the actual HTML itself. So let's call it target element underscore text, and it's called target element dot get underscore text, and we'll do strict true to make sure we get rid of any characters we don't want. Now let's print target element text, and we get exactly what we're looking for. Another cool thing we can do is we can actually grab all of the links on a web page, and we can do that simply by typing in links. Make sure we're putting it in the right spot. Equals soup dot find all, and we'll say the A tag for links. And we can view all those links by running a quick loop through them. So for link in links, print link. Let's test it out. And we get all of the available links on the website. Now that might not be enough. You may want to filter those links out to make sure we're not getting the outer HTML as well. And BeautifulSoup allows us to do that quite easily. So we'll continue with the loop and say for link in links, we're going to say href is link.get href. All right, we want to get the link. Now let's add it to a list. We'll add it to the results list. Now we'll run a loop in for result in results list, print result. And what we should see is just the links themselves. And we get exactly that. And there you have it. That's just a little bit of a dipping of the feet in the water on Python. So building a very, very simple web scraper. You can get more complicated than that, and you can do a lot of things with Python. So if you want to see more, shoot me a message, shoot me a comment, leave your thoughts, feelings, leave what you did on the weekend, whatever you want in the comment section, and feel free to subscribe to the channel and help support us. And you know, we'll get some more content out to you.